Good morning, friends. Very recently, we have been seeing the human rights violations incidents in particularly in East Godavari district. Two incidents have taken place. We'll discuss one by one. One in this one video, and the other I will make some other video. So, the Honorable High Court asked the Superintendent of Police, East Godavari district by name Naeem Hashmi, as to whether rule of law is in existence in your area, particularly in Andhra Pradesh, or not. Why it has gone to that extent, and it is a sorry state of affairs that the Honorable Court questioned the SP whether you are a direct IPS officer or you are a rank promotee. So, why these things happened, what culminated into this sorrowful state of affairs, let us have an understanding over the issue. It all started on the midnight of Sunday, 19th. During the midnight, the police posse or police force of Patipadu and Eleshwaram police stations, they have trespassed literally into the house of an advocate by name Paila Subhash Chandra Bose at Eleshwaram. His house is located at Eleshwaram, and they searched for him. And as per the complaint of his wife Venkatapuri Deepthi, he was physically whisked away by the police without giving any reasons to her, and even throwing the family members to a side and took away the so-called Subhash Chandra Bose. Right? The allegation is that the police trespassed into the house of the advocate and lifted him. Then she filed a writ of habeas corpus under Article 226 of the Constitution of India before the AP High Court day before yesterday, and immediately the High Court responded saying that why such things are being happened even to an officer of a court, that means advocate. You have to know that he is an officer of the court. Immediately, they asked for the response from the Superintendent of Police. They directed the Superintendent of Police to produce the advocate if in custody immediately. Of course, as per the directions given by the High Court, the Superintendent of Police attended the Honorable High Court yesterday and gave a reply that the police went to his house to arrest him since he is concerned in a cognizable case, but he was not available. The police came back. This is the story given by the SP. But the court questioned him when the woman says that her husband was whisked away by the police. Why you are saying that he is not traced? And secondly, they questioned whether the rule of law is prevailing in this state or not. Very recently, the DGP has come to the High Court and he has stated that he has been giving instructions to the subordinate staff to follow the rule of law. But I think these people, they are not following the rule of law. That is the expression of the Honorable High Court. And they also stated that if such things do happen to an advocate, to an officer of the court, and whatever the common people, you want to take away whomever you like, is there not any rule of law? Whether you have given any notice to him, why there is a necessity to go to his house at the dead of night, the particular question. Then also, now the obiter dicta or the comments from the court, you have to know them. Of course, they are very definitely scathing remarks on the police department. Alright, what they stated is, don't go by the dicta of the politicians. Suppose if the court gives some punishment, will the politician come and save you? Never. If the police wants to go and serve the politicians, or if they wanted to go and join the politics, let them go. Let them relieve themselves of the khaki uniform and be clad in khadi dress. No problem. But till such time, they have got a moral duty. They have got a duty by law, a duty imposed by law to protect the individuals, to protect the life and liberty of the individuals. Till such time, you have to follow the rule of law. You cannot go by to the rule of law. Don't be so attached to the so-called politicians. Yes, very clearly stated. And the second point is, they have questioned the superintendent of police why there is a necessity. Then he said, of course, the previous incident was there. Now we'll discuss about the antecedent of this person also. Paila Subhash Chandra Bose is practicing as an advocate in Patipadu in East Godavari district. Of course, Patipadu and Eleshwaram. His house is located in Eleshwaram. Of course, he is working as I think he is the TDP youth president also. His affiliation is towards TDP, and on July 14th or so, he directed his client to go and admit himself in the government hospital Rajahmundry. Thereby, the OP police will come and record his statement. He also followed the client. The OP police came there, but of course, when this man is telling something, then the police wrote the other thing, and as an advocate, he has objected the same, and there was a tussle between himself and the medical officer. Medical officer also said, when the injuries are so simple like that, he has stated, but anyway, there was a tussle between the medical officer, and in the medical officer's opinion, this advocate literally threatened him. The police took a report from the medical officer, they have registered a case against him, and they are keeping silent. But on this particularly, on the dead of 19th, they went there in search of him. But of course, as per the police version, he has escaped, but as per the version of his wife, he was caught by the police. Now it is in between the police and also the court, it has to be decided. Right? As per this, she said that clearly, Venkatapuri Deepthi, she has clearly stated that the police force of Patipadu and Eleshwaram came and took away her husband without assigning any reasons, without telling any reasons for his arrest or for his detention. And she was also literally thrown to a side, and they have ingressed into the house of the advocate. If such is the thing, if the advocate is also not cared, if the rule of law is not followed while arresting, let us literally think that the advocate is concerned in a cognizable offence and there is necessity to arrest him. Even if that be the case, they should have informed him. That too, he is a practicing advocate, he will not go anywhere. What is the urgency or what is the necessity in going in the dead of night? It is only to please the party in power, to please the politicians in the power, and to teach a lesson to the people belonging to the other party. That is what we can understand. These are the allegations, my dear friends. I do not know whether it is correct or not. Right? So now, for the act done by the police people, laying the rank of sub-inspector, then the superintendent of police has to come all the way from Kakinada and attend before the Honorable High Court at Amaravati. The second point is, the SP, they asked whether you are a direct officer or a rank promotee, for which he stated that he is a directly recruited IPS officer. Of course, his posture or his look will be different because he is totally, that is just like a Gundu. His head will be like that, maybe bald. I don't know, but he is a young man, is a direct officer, but for the looks, definitely he appears to be a man from the risen from the ranks. That means maybe a directly recruited DSP or things like that. But of course, when he stated that, yes, he is a direct, yes, I am a directly recruited officer, then they said, of course, if that is the case, things would have been better. Because you are an IPS officer directly recruited there. Every year, about 600 people, cream of the people, in the name of UPSC examination, they will be selected and sent to the different districts of the entire country to follow the procedure, to follow the rule of law, to perform the administrative job of the entire country. So that is the importance of the so-called Indian Police Service or Indian Administrative Service. But why things are happening like they expressed. Anyway, of course, they have posted the matter. Next time, he need not appear. Some person may appear. But why? Here you have to remember Article 21, right to life and liberty of the people is more important. There is no necessity for the police to go and tap the doors of even the rowdies in the dead of night. And this is a lesson for them. Definitely, if they reconcile, if they realize things may not be in this way, they will follow the rule of law. Otherwise, as it is. So let us leave it to God. That's all. We can't help it. Situation is like that. Anyway, this is a good case for violation of the human rights. Please go through the newspaper and enrich your legal knowledge. Thank you very much.